Host for this one-of-a-kind tour, Robert Osborne.
Thank you. Hooray for Hollywood indeed. What better way to start our journey? From the Old West to the rooftops of London and along the yellow brick road, there really is no place like the movies. One of Hollywood's significant contributions to the world of film were great musicals. This scene is from one of my favorites, the 1933 Busby Berkeley spectacular Footlight Parade. Here's one of the most famous of all dance sequences. It's from the 1952 musical classic, Singing in the Rain.
Here's Gene Kelly singing in the rain, literally.
Here's one of the quintessential Disney musicals, Mary Poppins, starring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. This classic earned 13 Academy Award nominations.
Chim Chim Cherie, I love this song. Sing along. Hold on to those wallets and purses, folks. This doesn't look like a very good neighborhood.
Here's the birthplace of the gangster film, the seedy underbelly of Chicago, from The Public Enemy, starring James Cagney. Released in 1931 before strict censorship rules were enforced, The Public Enemy is a gritty, realistic, and violent look at the world of gangsters of the Depression era.
I love gangster movies. Sorry. He's got a point. I hate it when people talk during the movie.
Don't you just off the horns, because everybody knows we're here. Shut up, affairs.
Western films depict the legendary American wild frontier, where cowboys and their loyal steeds maintain order in towns against the untamable wilderness. John Wayne and Clint Eastwood are two of the iconic stars who epitomize this ideal of the stoic gunslinger.
Once I was partial to trouble, fixing to get myself shot. I came on out of here. Go right ahead. Long time ago, I
The Duke and Clinton made some of the greatest westerns of all time. Someone's robbing the bank? Not on my watch, Pilgrim. Sit tight, folks. I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Your guide will return momentarily. Remain seated, please.
Yeehaw! Well, looky here. Just in time for the person to get away.
Hold it right there, hombre.
Good job, Snake.
Come on, you can't shoot a gal in the back.
Oh, yeah, that's what you think, stranger. It's time for the last round.
Reach for the sky.
He's here.
You're under arrest.
Nothing's going on.
Yourself up.
I think it's time for a visit to a concession stand. Bye.
You'll switch for this.
Nothing's doing. Somebody's sticking my neck in the noose.
You ride with me now, so hold on your horses. Speaking of which, where are the horses? It's time to settle up and ride. Giddy up. The old skid of heart, I'm riding off into the sunset. Whoa, sun sure went down quick, didn't it? None of you trying to make fun of that. You just stay put. What a tarnation this is.
Science fiction has been a staple of classic movies, from George Méliès's The Trip to the Moon to George Lucas's Star Wars. In 1979, director Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver made audiences believe that in space, no one can hear you scream. This is a
Scream, I don't like the sound of that.
Warning, remain in your vehicles. The area you are entering is extremely dangerous. Proceed with caution.
I wish my old partner Snake was here. Bad Bernie, I said snakes, not snakes.
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas cemented their status as the blockbuster boys with their first partnership. Here from that legendary collaboration is Harrison Ford as archaeologist Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Snakes, one mad for me, snakes.
Some of the biggest horror stars of Hollywood have appeared in the ancient story of a cursed Egyptian temple. A priceless jewel that beckons to all, but be warned, the temptation always leads to destruction.
Hey, looks like we hit the muzzleload. I reckon it's time to stake my claim. Nothing more than another ghost town. Takes a lot more than this to spook me. Done none of you hombres move while I'm pinching that treasure. Less than you want a belly full of lead.
I've seen enough movies to know that you really shouldn't even think about trying to steal that jewel.
Halt, unbeliever. Disturb the treasure of the gods, and you shall all pay with your lives.
Not bad for my first movie, huh?
The twist ending. That just goes to show you anything can happen in the movies. Now, let's get on with the show.
I see dead people. Movies that go bum in the night have always been a staple of movies. One of the first horror films was a silent short featuring a dancing skeleton, created by the Lumiere brothers in 1897. Both audiences and filmmakers demonstrated an early interest in the macabre, although the term horror wasn't used to describe a film genre until the 1930s. Wow, it's really a jungle out there. Where are we?
This is the jungle home of one of the most famous movie characters of them all, Tarzan. The movie's most popular Tarzan is undoubtedly Johnny Weissmuller, who spun through 12 films as the King of the Jungle.
Over there, we have Maureen O'Sullivan as Jane, and Tarzan's sidekick, Cheetah, who was portrayed by over a dozen chimpanzee actors over the years. How about a nice round of applause for Jig, Skippy, Harry, Zippy, Dinky, and all the rest. An Oscar-worthy performance. You know, the jungle has always been a perfect setting for great adventure movies. Think about the opening of Raiders of the Lost Ark, when archaeologist Indiana Jones raised the pit to steal the Golden Idol. Or the spooky jungle where Arnold Schwarzenegger battles the Predator. Tarzan paved the way with his iconic ape claw so Arnold could eventually yell, "Get to the chopper."
Here's Humphrey Bogart in his most famous film role. In 1942, Bogey finally got to spread his wings and romanced the beautiful Ingrid Bergman in Casablanca.
Inside of us, we both know you belong to Victor. His work is the thing that keeps him going. That friend leaves the ground and you're not with him, you look better. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, for the rest of your life. We'll always have parents. We didn't have, we lost it until you came to Casablanca. We got it back last
And now, one of the most famous movie stars in one of his greatest roles, Mickey Mouse, as the Sorcerer's Apprentice in Fantasia.
When the film came out in 1940, Walt Disney promised to add new musical sequences in the future. His nephew Roy kept that promise 60 years later with the release of Fantasia 2000.
We've come over the rainbow and into one of the most beloved and most watched films in movie history, The Wizard of Oz.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yes, and the dark news is ready. The wicked old witch at last is dead.
Was it you? It's an accident. I didn't mean to let it. Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too. Very well. I'll bide my time. But just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Wonder how we get out of here. What do you folks think? Which way do we go? Follow the Yellow Brick Road? Now, why didn't I think of that? Sing along, folks. You know the words.
Here at Disney's Hollywood Studios and Turner Classic Movies, we hope you've enjoyed our tour through some of my favorite films. But remember, there are many more adventures waiting for you every day on TCM.
We didn't need that. We had faces.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet. Step in time!
start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner.
Is it safe?
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
I'm a man. Well, nobody's perfect. Shut up.
Force will be with you always.
I'll make him an offer again.
I want to be young. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Good morning, Vietnam!
He's looking at you, kid.
Movies, the stuff that dreams are made of. I hope you've enjoyed our ultimate celebration of classic movies. And remember, you can find many more beloved stories and legendary stars on Turner Classic Movies.
On behalf of Disney's Hollywood Studios and Turner Classic Movies, we'd like to thank you for joining us on the Great Movie Ride. Now please remain seated until the vehicle comes to a complete stop. Please gather your personal belongings and take small children by the hand. And when these doors open, rise dramatically to your feet and make a grand exit directly towards the rear of your vehicle. Oh, and one more thing. When I yell action, don't forget the thunderous applause for yours truly. Okay, places everybody, and action! Thank you. Have a wonderful day here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. On behalf of all of us, we'll see you at the movies. Please remain seated until the doors are open. Goodbye, everybody.